Welcome to the highlights. Day 4 of this first test match at Lord's, India versus England, the tour of 2007, and pretty well poised at the end of day 3. England held most of the aces in their pack because they were 77 for 2 and led by 174. The match situation then at the end was a bit like this, and India would be very disappointed with that with their batting effort. 201 all out. That lead of 97 was going to prove so crucial, and then England 77 for 2. Not the greatest of scores, but when you look at that last line, 174 runs ahead, then it tells you just how important that lead was. While the two key batsmen are in, Michael Vaughan and Kevin Pietersen. Kevin Pietersen in particular coming into this game under some pressure, and he was due a big score. Vaughan was looking in good nick as well. Let's go and join the action at the start of day 4 then.
First ball of the morning, Sreesanth. Very good morning to you, all of you watching with us on Star Cricket, wherever you're watching, and it is a lovely day in London. Oh, that's a very good shout. There might well have been a little inside edge there.
It has seemed two sounds, didn't it? But he's bowling well at the moment. He's a good line going, and but for that inside edge, Pietersen would have been in trouble.
Sreesanth's figures, 3 wickets in the first innings after a poor start, dragged it back, and very respectable figures. And if Kevin Pietersen keeps playing across the line like that last ball, he could be looking for his 4th wicket in this match.
That's a good over to start. 77 for 2. Zahir Khan, 2 for 26 in 14 overs. 2 for 36, I should say, in 14 overs. 2 for 62 in the first innings. He's ripped out Cook and Strauss. It's a pretty healthy crowd as well here on the Sunday. Oh, that's a rather nasty blow on a Sunday morning. Would be a nasty blow on a Tuesday morning.
Any morning, Alan. Well, he'll need a couple of deep breaths. And that'll wake him up.
Couple of donuts and a cup of coffee.
He's got to count them, so they're still there, haven't they?
Oh, could be very, very close. It's a beg more than an appeal. And Simon Tafel is unmoved. Ooh, that is going to need some scrutinising on the replay. Of course, Simon Tafel doesn't get a replay.
Well, this is a close decision. Sreesanth keeping the ball in the right area. It's impressive bowling, very, very close. And the only thing that saved Kevin Pietersen there is the height of that delivery. Good judgment by Simon Tafel, but it could have gone either way. It's very close, and I've been impressed with Sreesanth this morning. He's getting the ball in the right area, he's letting the ball do the work, and he's causing problems. And I think Pietersen is trying to be a little bit more cautious. If you notice that, he's not trying to play his shots, he's trying to play himself in, leave the ball outside off stump.
Just down the leg side, can't go there. You'll get punished. It's 85 for 2. That's uppish. Was that a half chance? I'm not sure. It went quickly off the bat. Ganguly at third slip. Now then, was this a carry? No.
But they've kept two fielders there precisely for that. He does like to hit on the rise. He likes to play away from the body at times. Comes hard at the ball, Peterson.
Change of bowling now. RP Singh comes on from the pavilion end. 5 overs yesterday. Oh, it's gone right through him. Too good even for Peterson.
Well, he's played and missed on quite a few occasions today, Kevin Peterson. Where RP Singh is different from Zahir Khan is that he can bring the ball back into the right-hander on a more consistent basis than Zahir. This is a beautiful delivery to start off. Very similar to the delivery Saurav Ganguly got from Jamie Anderson. Only thing that hit the top of off stump. This went over the top of off stump.
This is a circumspect KP, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's not playing his normal game. I think after yesterday in the first innings, I think he's looking to get himself in, trying to leave the ball more outside off stump today. And that man back at deep square, I think, causes him a bit of a problem. Likes to take on the hook, but it's quite good field settings from Rahul Dravid. Short cover, short mid wicket, deep square leg. Making Peterson think. He's a guy who likes to go at the ball and go hard. Likes to come at the ball, take the ball on the bounce.
Oh, how well is that time? It's looking good for 3 at this stage. And they will take one for the throw as well. Very well run. .95 for 2. More runs down to third man. Now would that have carried had there been another slip? But I guess that's conjecture. If there isn't a slip, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's the art of batting. If you're an attacking batsman, that's one of the advantages that you gain. If you can play shots in front of the wicket, in fact, if you can play them all round the wicket, you force the captain to take guys away from catching positions. And really, if you look at the history of cricket, probably 60% batsmen get caught in that cordon behind the wicket. So the more you can keep fieldsmen out of that area, the greater your chances of surviving. As the 100 comes up for England.
Second one just a little longer than the first. Not by a huge amount. It's not a huge factor in this match. Bowled him! The other edge this time. Just Kevin off the inside edge. It's twice in this match now that he's got Michael Vaughan. Some success for India. And I think due reward for RP Singh, I think he's bowled really well.
He's bowled some excellent deliveries this morning. One to Kevin Peterson in his last over was an absolute beauty. That's a good delivery as well. Very good delivery, especially from around the wicket. So success for India. And England now 102 for 3.
Yeah, just a little sense of humour. 31 years old. He's on a pair. Didn't know what it was to score a test match duck till the last time he came out to bat on this ground. That was in the first innings. 5 centuries, 4 half centuries. He's been a late bloomer, hasn't he? He's been around for a while. Has had a wonderful last 12 or 18 months playing for England. Rewarded the captaincy of the one-day side. This is the wicket.
Just reward for India's bowling this morning, in a particular RP Singh. That's twice he's got Vaughan out in the match. That's the difference between RP Singh and Zahir Khan at the moment. RP Singh keeping his lines and Zahir Khan just offering Peterson a little bit of width And Pedersen doesn't miss out.
This also takes the lead beyond 200 now. It's 203. Very short.
Pedersen has looked a bit ill at ease this morning. I think the Indians have bowled well to him. There's been some good field placings for him. And as I mentioned before, they've made him change his style of batting. It's one thing you want to do as a fielding side. If you can get, particularly the better players, if you can get them to change their style of batting, you're on the way to having some success.
It's too full this time. Too short, too full, and the space is on the offside because there's two men back there for the full shot. So that means other spaces there's opportunities, and that's 2 and 2.
India have to win key moments in the match. At the beginning of the match they got to bowl well. When they take a wicket they got to keep the pressure on. And Zahir Khan has just dished up 2-4 deliveries to Pedersen just to relieve that pressure that's been on England. And Rahul Dravid will have to change the field. The short mid-off, himself goes back to mid-off, and Ganguly goes back to cover. Got to get back on it, Zahir Khan.
Well, he's not going to get a pair here. I think he's going to get out the mark with the boundary. With 3 in the last 7 balls.
Well, that'll be great relief for Collingwood. Not much joy there for Rahul Dravid, standing there with his hands on his hips, not pleased. I think a few of the deliveries of late wouldn't have pleased the skipper, although really no fault of the bowler there. That's a pretty good delivery. He's given himself a chance of taking a wicket, making the batsman drive. It's caught the outside edge. You really can't fault the bowler there. In fact, I think RP Singh has bowled very well this morning, and I think he's out-bowled, certainly at times he's out-bowled Zahir Khan. But captain can't complain about that. If the bowler's giving his team a chance of taking a wicket, there's no problem with that. Extra gully goes in now. I've always said that if you put a ball in the hand of a batsman, you've got a maniac on your hands. Usually they go berserk appealing. But after hearing that comment from Paul Collingwood in his introduction,
Paul Collingwood, 31 years old, right-handed batsman, right-arm fast bowler.
now I realise you've got a deluded maniac in your hands.
It's a good bouncer. What's it gone off? Glove maybe, was it just a toe of the bat? But he's got a wicket, RP Singh. And that is a good bouncer as well from left arm over. England lose another one. Collingwood may not have got a pair, but he's not lasted too long.
Once again, the art of a good bouncer, making the batsman do something. That was beautifully directed, and it certainly surprised Collingwood. An indication that what has been said about him is true, that he can surprise you with his pace. He's a bit quicker than what you expect. Certainly he surprised Collingwood, and it just thumped into that batting glove. So this is a very good performance this morning from RP Singh, and he's been rewarded with 2 victims. England now 114 for 4. He can go back and concentrate on his bowling now.
Right, so it's a pretty productive last few overs for India, especially for RP Singh, who's bowling very well. He's asking a lot of questions, bowling the balls in the right areas. It's been very impressive from him. And this is not something you see very often from an Indian quick bowler, getting a batsman fending and caught of the glove.
Paul Collingwood going at the bowler there, and a surprise fast bouncer, exactly what Ian Chappell called for, straight at the throat, what a batsman hates. In no position to play that, and it balloons straight to second slip, the easiest of catches. But good aggressive bowling from RP Singh. If you can combine swing bowling and a bouncer. That really covers all the bases for batsmen. He's been aggressive and he's had the skill of swing. There is the swing option, and this could be tight. Bell and Peterson. Ian Bell has been involved in a whole heap of run-outs since he got in the England side. That was nearly another one.
Did he run with you a bit in his early days, Nasser?
It would have been a good contest, me and Bell. He always stutters there. Peterson, I think, might just have got home, but Bell would have been struggling at his end because of the stutter there. Often ball watches, Ian Bell.
Yes, but the fielder was always going to be throwing this end, so maybe he felt he was secure. Bell at the non-strikers end. Well bowled again. He's just getting enough swing in. 138 by this time, 115 for 4. Bit like that.
This has been the problem for Dravid throughout this test match, whereas Michael Vaughan has relied on 3 seamers building the pressure and not letting any of the Indian batsmen get away. Dravid very rarely has had 2 seamers from both ends building pressure, and that really is a leg stump clip ball. Could have hit that anywhere, Ian Bell. Just what you want when you've come to the crease.
The spank bat, and the big bat puts that through extra for 4.
That is a terrific shot. He has a tendency to open the face of the bat when he's playing the left-handed Zahir Khan, but here he's close the face of the bat and made sure that the ball has gone towards mid-off. We can see that a lot of bottom man in it, but a terrific shot nonetheless.
Short, pulled away, and that'll be 4.
Didn't quite work this time for RP Singh. He did surprise Collingwood with a short, well-directed ball and got him to fend it to second slip, but not with Ian Bell. I'm not too sure whether Collingwood plays the pull shot or not, but Ian Bell certainly has played this very, very well indeed.
Oh, he's dragged it on. A second short delivery. RP Singh is running through this England side.
What a spell this is. Great attitude from RP Singh. Bowled a bouncer ball, a short ball, which Ian Bell pulled away majestically for 4 through mid-wicket. He tries the same shot. The ball stays a little bit low, inside edge, back onto the stumps. India are banging this cricket match. Wonderful spell. RP Singh bangs it in, it stays a little bit low, under edge, onto the stumps. Ian Bell's on his way. What a morning this is for India as Bell stands, ruefully looks at the timbers and starts that long walk back. Bell 9, 132 for 5.
Matt Pryor playing his 5th match. He's averaging 54. He's got a century and 2 half centuries.
Well, an influence on the game by RP Singh. Pulls the first one away for 4. Terrific shot by Ian Bell. And the very next ball, it's a similar delivery. Tries the same shot. Stays a touch lower inside edge. And that's all you can do. Just sit in the dressing room and watch the replays. How did I do that? Shake of the head. Can't believe it.
That'll go. Peterson won't run for that. That'll go straight to the pavilion for 4.
Well, there's a big wicket out there for India, and that's the man, Peterson. Been a watchful innings as this from Kevin Peterson. 47 in 84 deliveries. This is his 7th boundary. They need this man, India.
Yes, that's a wicket that India need very badly. Just get the feeling Rahul Dravid's a little too close at mid-off. It's not giving himself any chance to be able to go around the ball and stop it. He's there more to stop the single.
Nine from the over and a wicket. 137 for 5. Zahir, and they'll get another one.
Certainly worth a shot at the stumps. Peterson had to get his skates on. Zahir Khan was the fielder. England scampered through for a second. Well, it's worth a goal. He's quick between the wickets, Kevin Peterson. Well, there's one of his defensive fielders at mid-wicket as Kevin Peterson moves on to 50. This is a timely innings for England. He needed one of the batsmen, and it's Peterson who's got the score. He needs to stay in. Waves his bat around, all around Lords. Yeah, it's a timely innings. And now he can attack. He's got Pryor on strike. Bring the fielders in, have a go at Pryor. Peterson 88 balls, 7 fours.
$150 for 5. Zahir Khan now replaces RP Singh. That's 4. Starts off with a loosener. Half volley put away. That's one thing Dravid will have to watch with both these players. They'll be always on the lookout to play their shots if the opportunity arises.
Well, certainly Matt Pryor been brought into the England lineup to be an aggressive middle order batsman, to be a counter-attacking batsman. This is exactly the situation that he's been selected for, to come in when England are in a tight corner, need good runs to set up a game.
And he took no further part in that one-day series, which England finished up winning.
He's probably lulled them into a false sense of security before the World Cup, and they had a bit of a disaster. But that bowling short to Peterson is a fair tactic with a man back on the square leg boundary. He likes to play his hook shot, the pull shot as well. It's a bit macho, likes to take the ball on.
He's had a terrific start to his Test match career, as that would suggest. 358s, career best 226 in the series earlier this summer. Has the appetite to make the big score. Well, that graphic says off-break bowler, but never sure with Tendulkar what he'll dish out. And he's spinning the ball like a leg spinner. Oh, the opportunity was there for Peterson to put it away. In fact, hit it straight back onto his foot.
Not a bad move by Rahul Dravid, because Peterson's been tied down fairly well in this session. He might look upon this as an opportunity to get some quick runs just before lunch. And Tendulkar does give the ball quite a rip, so he's always likely to bowl a good one and pick up a wicket if Peterson is looking to score off him.
Yeah, I think that's right, Ian. Just trying to tempt Kevin Peterson. It's over or so before lunch with the part-time bowler. Severe take on a ball. I'd like to think he'll be smarter than that and just see it through to lunch and then evaluate England's situation.
Good running, needed a better throw from the deep. Wasim Jaffer, the fielder there.
That's poor fielding, because that ball, Peterson did well not to try and hit that out of the ground. He just guided it down to deep square leg, almost went straight to him. And the fielder should be aware. These England batsmen trying to take every run. A poor throw, a decent throw. He might have been struggling.
Does give the ball a rip. I wonder if he'll attempt the wrong one just before lunch. Might get one more over after this. And it's lunchtime, says the umpire. So England going to lunch. 161 for 5. The overall lead 258 now. 3 wickets falling in that session of play, all 3 taken by RP Singh. But an absorbing morning of cricket. Kevin Peterson still there for England, batting on 62. And this really is the last recognised pair at the crease.
Yeah, good effort by India, picking up 3 wickets in the session. That's always a decent session. But Peterson will be the man who's still worrying India. They won't want to be chasing too many over 300. So a very good session of cricket, and in fact it's shaping up as though it could be a very interesting finish.
You see Kevin Peterson still there, 62. 3 men dismissed today. Michael Vaughan went for 30. Then Paul Collingwood, he was on a pair, but didn't last too long. And Ian Bell, the last man out, playing on. The star for India this morning. Come back to that, but you can see a partnership of 59 between Vaughan and Peterson. The highest of the innings so far. RP Singh, the star for India this morning. 3 wickets for him, 3 for 36, good spell. Got the ball to swing, ball from around the wicket. Surprised a couple of batsmen with short deliveries as well. And in the end, England going into lunch. 161 for 5. They're 258 runs behind. In fact, 258 runs ahead. 161 for 5. RP Singh will start the proceedings after lunch. He was the pick of the bowlers in the first session of play. Took 3 wickets in 15 balls. That's a terrific shot from Peterson. It was a loosener from RP Singh, and it got the treatment.
Certainly Peterson needs no second invitation to take on the half volley. Just the loosener from RP Singh. I detect probably that Kevin Pietersen will try and up the ante here in his second session. Try and move the score on.
Yes, and he's the kind who might want to put pressure on the bowler straight away after lunch. He's just that kind of personality.
He's certainly the sort of player that can take the game away from the opposition. He can stamp his authority.
That's 4. So a good start for Pietersen here in this over. 10 runs coming off it. 171 for 5. The best way to do that is picking up wickets.
Well, England would be delighted with the weather conditions right at the moment. They've come out after lunch and it's really bright sunshine. There's quite a bit of blue sky around, so they might get a bit more of this. So it's good seeing conditions, good ideal batting conditions, and I guess all cricketers like the sun on their back, but at the moment the weather conditions really suit England with the position they're in. They would desperately want another 100 runs to really stretch India in the chase. They've got an ideal opportunity to post a few of those straight after lunch.
I think you're right there, Ian, but also I think when the seamers are bowling from the pavilion end here, they're also going to want to see the ball still swinging around a little bit, because they'll have one eye on when they're going to be bowling, hopefully sometime after tea, and they won't want the wicket to go flat, that's for sure.
Eased away on the offside for a single.
I don't think that they'll be that unhappy if the ball does swing around for RP Singh, Sreesank and Zahir Khan. They want the conditions to remain the same as they have been on the first 3 days.
.175 for 5. Pietersen holding this England innings together. Good innings from him, 74. Paced his innings well, circumspect early on. And once he got in, the big shots started to be played. Good shot down the ground. Long chase here for Zahir. He should get 3 easily.
When you look at Pietersen play shots like that, it's hard to believe that just before he came into the Test side, which was in 2005 for the Ashes series against Australia, that a lot of Englishmen were worried about his technique. It quite bemused me, actually, that they were worried about Pietersen's technique, but a guy who I thought his technique was a bit dubious was Marcus Trescothick, who was an opening batsman. And I said to a few Englishmen, you're worried about Pietersen's technique. I don't see a problem with his technique for the type of player he is. He's an aggressive attacking player, and he's got, I think, ample technique for that. But you don't seem concerned about an opening batsman who I think is a bit flat-footed and therefore a bit vulnerable to the new ball.
That's a nice shot. Karthik may have just got a hand to it. Long chase. 3 runs again, comfortably taking. It's a good start. I just get the feeling RP Singh not getting the ball to swing after lunch is making the difference.
Well, he's certainly bowling it full enough to swing, but it's just coming onto the drive of the Englishman's bat. Another full ball, trying to swing this one into Pryor, and nice delivery of the bat. And going back to Pietersen, who's on strike. He needs no second invitation to drive the ball.
There's no third man, so a long chase here for Tendulkar and Kumble. But the ball will win. And another expensive over, so runs coming thick and fast after lunch. 186 for 5. That's 4. Gentle flick off his wrist and the ball's raced away. Now that's Pietersen at his best. It's become a trademark shot of his.
This is the shot, or one of the shots that he's made his name with over the last couple of years. Sort of top spin forehand where he whips it away and turns the bat over through off from off stump through wide mid on. Not particularly bad line from the bowler.
There you go. Second time in the over he's played that shot. And this time he'll get 3 runs for it. So England getting some big overs in now. 9 of the last one, 198 for 5. You can see the highest successful run chases at Lord's, the highest 344. And that was Gordon Greenidge at his best when England set West Indies a stiff target, but West Indies got home easily. The lead now 295. That's a terrific shot. That is power for you. Standing up tall and punching it through the offside. The crowd getting value for the money they paid for the tickets.
Some thinking to do for Rahul Dravid. This is the first time since lunch that Peterson has really gone on top of Anil Kumble. Tremendous power there. Not exactly textbook technique, but who cares? The ball goes to the boundary and that's what counts.
Down the track this time. That's 6. Well, this man now is taking this Indian attack to the cleaners. He's just raised the bar like Graham Gooch was saying in the last over, shifted gears. He's on overdrive at the moment, 99 with the shot.
He's not messing around with any nervous 90s. May also be a bit of a push to accelerate the scoring rate and make a declaration with the idea that the forecast for tomorrow is not so good. So maybe England thinking we need to get a bit of bowling done today if we're going to win this match. So that's, if that is the thinking, it's very positive and very smart.
Well, it's also sending a message to India saying that, listen, we want to get on with it and have a crack at you tonight. We believe we can win this test match in spite of all the weather interruptions. Well, that's it. He's found the gap. And yet another test match 100 for Kevin Pietersen.
Certainly some celebration from Kevin Pietersen, pointing to all points of the ground, the dressing room. And did he enjoy that? He's not even looking to run a 2 there. He was convinced that was going for 4 and he was right. His partner wanted another run, but Pietersen had run 50 yards behind the wicket. Third 100 at Lord's, and one that could put England in a winning position to take this first match of the series.
Gucci just gives me the impression he wanted this one badly. It's as if the celebration, as if he's trying to prove a point. Well, he was criticized in the papers for saying that, for making the statement that he's played too much of cricket. There was a backlash, but this is the best way to answer your critics, or if you feel there are critics. Again, wants the strike, last ball single. In spite of that 100, doesn't forget that. 213 for 5.
India have got to be very careful here, because he stepped up a gear. And the reason he stepped up is because he's a very good player, but also he's being given the opportunity to do so.
Sonny, if you'd have celebrated like that all those centuries that you scored, you'd have been out of breath. It's a good old handshake, that'll do.
I would have had a cramp somewhere trying to do that. All that jumping around, I would have cramped up.
I could just see it. And that's Gavaska's century, and look at him celebrate. He's dancing round the field, giving the high fives to the batsman at the other end, pointing his bat to his lovely wife in the stand.
Well, runs coming from everywhere. I think that's got enough on it. That will be another boundary. It's a bit like a deluge we had a couple of days ago. 221 for 5. Over the top. And 4 more.
Well, India are finding this difficult. It's been a poor period for them. And these two have got together, Peterson and Pryor. Obviously got together at lunch and decided where they would want to be at tea. This lead is extending quickly. 328 now England lead by. Got to think that's too many.
Right. High successful run chases by India. I'd like you to concentrate on the right section. 406 for 4 was 1976. Thereafter, Adelaide 233 for 6. That was a fine win. Kandy 264 for 3. But it's already 328. So don't let the 406 for 4 tempt you into thinking it can be done. That happens no more than once or twice in the history of a side. That's a fine shot for 2. For 3, I think. 1 for the throw, they used to say, and 1 for the throw, quite easy. 100 of the partnership comes up.
Well, this is excellent work by England, but it's sloppy now by India. England took 3 runs there, and there was nobody had the inclination to go to the stumps at the bowler's end. There wasn't a fielder went to the stumps as England scampered through. They're taking the game away from India.
Yes, you can see from the body language that the Indians have given up. They're now hoping that the batsman will get over ambitious and get out.
Yes!
Yeah, it's easy for England at this stage. Body language has dropped from India. I just wonder whether they're getting a mindset that this game has gone a little bit beyond them to win. There's still always a chance that you can draw a cricket match. This pitch will stay good, but it's the ball that will swing that would get batsmen in trouble.
Well, as far as the batting is concerned, they wouldn't have given up by now. Might not have carried 235 for 5.
$332. That's the number that matters now. 332. The other thing that matters is qualitative. You can't put it in numbers. And that is India wilting in the field. And wilting very, very visibly. It's not a very small ground, this, so you need strong throwing arms, especially if it's out to deep mid-wicket or deep point. Right, that looks like a couple of runs as well. Oh, it's predetermined.
Well, both of these two will play these cheeky shots. It's a deep backward square leg in position and no short fine leg, so they would see that as a scoring area for those cheeky little shots down the leg side. And that's not a cheeky little shot, it's a full-blooded pull to mid-wicket, and it's 244 for 5.
Well, it's certainly laying into Kumble at the moment.
just bounced once on its way to the boundary. So he's decided, actually, he's found himself in a very good position here, Pryor, where almost doesn't matter. Because he's got a license to go and hit the ball, and I suspect he enjoys batting in those conditions the most.
Yes, I think he's picked this wrong one from Anil Kumble and dispatched it over mid-wicket, hitting it with the turn. There is no protection for Kumble there. Kumble still continues to have a forward short leg and a short mid-wicket. It's an odd sort of field for Anil Kumble. Don't think there have been too many flicks played up in the air in the short mid-wicket area.
Well, Matt Pryor looks a batsman. He's handy coming in at number 7. England have tinkered around with a wicket-keeper in recent years. Geraint Jones and Chris Reed. Other likely lads have been vying for the position, but Matt Pryor actually looks like a batsman. Wicket-keepers in England are always under scrutiny. Geraint Jones was given the gloves for a long, long time. And just look there, England's 5th 50. Stepped on it, 43 deliveries for the 5th 50.
Got him. Outside edge and a good catch by Dhoni. So India strike straight away after the drinks break.
Well, finally Zahir gets one to carry. 2 edges in previous overs have dropped short of Tendulkar and Dhoni. This one goes all the way. A very decent catch from Mahendra Singh Dhoni, diving to his right. Zahir Khan has a breakthrough. Brings in the England tail. Matt Pryor, useful knock. Gone for 42. England 251 for 6.
Chris Tremlett, age 25, right hand bat, right hand fast medium bowler.
Chris Tremlett comes out to the middle. Tallest man playing this game at the moment, 6 feet 8 inches tall. That's gone back onto the stumps. 2 wickets and 2 balls. Just what India needed after the drinks break. First Pryor, and now Chris Tremlett. Dismissed first ball, so he's got a pair in this game.
A bit unlucky to get a pair that way, but that's what happens in the game of cricket. And this game, as you often find with lower scoring matches, they tend to, you think it's going one way and suddenly it switches another way. England now 251 for 7.
Ryan Sidebottom, age 29, left hand bat, left arm fast medium.
So Ryan Sidebottom comes out to the centre with Zahir Khan on a hat-trick. 2 wickets and 2 balls, suddenly a buzz around the ground. I think the best game for this, thing for this game would be if England are bowled out for another 20 or 30 runs, and India have to chase a score of around 360, 370. Could have a terrific match on our hands. 2 wickets and 2 balls. First Pryor, good catch by Dhoni, and then Tremlett playing on and bagging a pair. Fielders everywhere in catching positions. 3 slips, 2 gullies. There's a forward short leg, short extra cover as well. Zahir on his way. Oh, good delivery, and he's kept it out well. Ryan Sidebottom.
Smiles on the Indians' faces, smiles on Sidebottom's face. Fantastic delivery. Often on a hat-trick ball. The bowler bowls it wide, but not Zahir Khan. He got it absolutely spot on. Late swing into the left-hander. Beauty. Sidebottom good enough. Just shows how important that partnership between Pryor and Peterson was. This long tail of England, ball swinging.
He just needs to eradicate those occasional poor spells, Zahir Khan. He just seems to have a bad patch for, unfortunately for him in this game. It's been the start of each innings, which is a terrible way for a team to get away. Start of a game, the start of an innings. And there's a couple of times in this innings where he's just had a poor patch. Then he comes back and bowls brilliantly. I guess one of the important things about being an international cricketer is knowing yourself, knowing your game. That was Pryor, and then he followed up with Tremlett. But the more you can know about yourself, the better off you'll be as a cricketer. So, it would pay him to try and work out what causes those poor spells and try and eradicate them.
Bowling well at the moment. Not caring. It was up in the air.
Just landing short of Anil Kumble. Very difficult for the bowler, diving forward. Leading edge from Kevin Pietersen. The way he plays, surprising he doesn't get more leading edges. He probably picked that as a wrong, and just interesting to see if that was a wrong, and he tried to go with the spin.
And that's a good shot from Ryan Sidebottom. But he had the wherewithal to battle through that tough period, and then he came out after lunch. Sun was out, and he thought, right, now it's time to really put it to India and pose a couple of questions to them. And he took the attack to them, and he's turned the game right in England's favour. So I like that about him as well, and that's the thinking of of the top range of players. That's not the thinking of an average player. An average player.
Pass slip. Fine edge, but Dravid was a little too wide. 264 for 7. .266 for 7 in the second innings. That's the state of the game so far. That's edge this time taken. Made it look easy, Dravid. Just moved a little bit to his left, but took it comfortably with two hands.
That was a fantastic catch from Rahul Dravid. In the previous over it went to his right, and at Kumble's pace this has gone quickly. It looks easy on replay, but low to your left, and that's quite brilliant from Dravid. Well bowled, Anil Kumble. He deserves that wicket. The Indians are working their way through the bowlers. Ryan Sidebottom's gone for 9. England 266 for 8.
Monty Panesar, 25 years old, left-hand bat, left-arm spinner.
Well, a huge cheer from the crowd when the name was announced. Monty Panesar comes out to the middle. No great pretensions with the bat. His job will be to give Pietersen as much of strike as possible.
He acquired the nickname Monty Panadol from Rodney Marsh when he first went to the academy, when Rodney was head coach of the English Academy. I assume because he gave Rodney a few headaches. Excellent catch there by Rahul Dravid. Terrific reflexes. But I think ever since he's come into international cricket, the only people with headaches are the opposing batsmen with Monty. He's bowled extremely well.
It's been hit very hard on a misfield.
Well, that misfield allowing Kevin Pietersen to come back for the second and retain the strike. All this can cause the team to drop its shoulders
these kind of fielding lapses. It's important for the team to feel in good spirits when they go into bat in the second innings. They will probably have to chase somewhere near 400.
Now Peterson could figure 3 here, and I think he's going to get 3, and if he does, he'll get the strike. That is really good running by Peterson and by Panesar. So the runs are coming steadily. 271 for 8. Oh, dragged it on. RP Singh gets the prize scalp of Kevin Peterson. RP Singh takes his 4th wicket, and that has been a terrific century as Lords stands.
Yes, trying to go for the big shot, Kevin Peterson. That's what he's been attempting for the last few overs. And well, acknowledging the ovation from the crowd. A big hoik, dragging the ball onto the stumps. It's the 2nd wicket that RP Singh has got in that manner. He got Ian Bell earlier in the day, and it's 275 for 9.
James Anderson, who took 5 wickets, 5 for 42 in India's first innings, his best career figures. He comes out to bat. Monty gives it the full Monty, but it's going to stop short, I think. Sreesanth. Huge cheer around Lords as that was lofted into the outfield by Monty.
Monty Panesar, to the delight of the crowd, taking up the challenge, and I think that's exactly right. No point in England wasting time. They might as well go for their shots, add a few runs, and then come out and bowl at India.
Good looking shot from Jimmy Anderson. That'll get him off the mark and get him 4.
That is not exactly a great effort, is it? Was Zahir Khan perhaps a little stiff after his bowling efforts? He's got 4 wickets in the innings so far. Anil Kumble not happy.
End of the over, 282 for 9. Will this be the finger? Yes, it will be. That is it. RP Singh takes a 5. That is cause for celebration here at Lords. And England are all out for 282. And India will need to score 380 to win this match.
Well, we could have a game on our hands now. RP Singh, 5 wickets in a test innings. Reward for some good bowling right up there. Yes, it would have hit the top of the middle stump. Umpire Buckner took his time, and that's all right. No problems with that. You've got to get it right. And there he is, showing the ball for getting 5 wickets in an innings.
RP Singh has deserved that, and he'll keep that ball as a treasured memento. 5 wickets against England at Lords on his debut here at England's home at cricket. England's second innings, and of course that cornerstone, Kevin Peterson, 134 and 42 from Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor giving good support, and look where RP Singh has taken his wickets. Michael Vaughan, Kevin Peterson, Paul Collingwood and Ian Bell ripping the heart out from that England batting lineup, and Zahir Khan with Strauss and Cook, Pryor and Trembert. 282 from 78.3 overs with 12 extras. 119 partnership between Peterson and Pryor, stretching the Indian attack. 59 partnership between Vaughan and Peterson. So good figures these, 5 for 59 in 16.3, the standout analysis for RP Singh, 4 for 79 in 28 overs from Zahir Khan, and 1 for 70 in 17 from Anil Kumble. Sreesanth, 16 overs, none for 62. The summary of this match, this first N-Power Test match: England 298 and 282 all out, India 201, and in their second innings India will need to score 380 to win. If a good start is certainly established, then anything is possible if time and the weather will hold out in India's favour.
Wasim Jafar, 29 years old, right-hand batsman.
So the two Indian openers out there in the centre, Wasim Jafar and Dinesh Karthik. What India need is a good start. 380 is a big target. It's up to the openers now to set up the game for the Indian middle order. Wasim Jafar got a half century in the first innings. And he'll be on strike now to run side bottom.
Dinesh Karthik, 22 years old, right-hand opening batsman and a wicket-keeper.
Yes, Dinesh Karthik at the non-striker's end. Missed out in the first innings. He was dismissed by Ryan's side bottom. He flashes and flashes hard. He'll get 4 for it. That's what you want to see with Karthik. Positive intent if he's going after anything. That's 4. Nicely struck.
He's certainly been very positive so far in his play, Dinesh Karthik. And what you can do by playing these sort of shots, by driving particularly a swing bowler, a guy who's relying on his swing, if you can drive him for a couple of 4s, you just might get him to pitch a little shorter because he's worried about being driven for 4. And if you can get him to do that, then you've negated his swing. Boy, you're well on the way to winning the battle if you can do that.
Yes, and the footwork was positive there. 12 for no loss. Just hope he stays in the left playing circles rather. 4-by signal. All these useful from India's point of view. That's gone through again, sweetly timed. The good thing here with Karthik is he's waiting for the ball.
Well, he'll be happy with that. Applause from the chairman of selectors. That can't be a bad thing for the batsman, but he's certainly approaching this innings with a very positive outlook, and that's the right way to go about it. You can get India off to a good start. He's doing his job.
That's nicely picked away. It was in the air, but it's in the gap and will reach the boundary.
Boy, he looks confident, Dinesh Karthik. Nice wristy shot, that one. That's exactly what you expect from players from the subcontinent. A lot of wrist work. But he looks extremely confident. So confident, in fact, he's telling the umpire how to do his job now.
No, he is. He's a confident kid. He's a gutsy player. He likes a challenge.
Anyone's interfering with his eye line, but he seems to me like he's seeing the ball perfectly okay. 27 on the board off of 6.3 overs, and about 4 and over. Exactly what India need in terms of stating their cause, showing intent, showing the England bowlers and the England captain they're not having it all their own way. They're going to have to work hard. It's just the start they wanted.
The other thing that he's doing, he hasn't done it yet, but it will happen if he keeps hitting boundaries, is he'll force Michael Vaughan to take some attacking fielders away. And once you do that, you increase your chances of surviving when you do make a mistake. And I say when, not if, because as a batsman, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to, good swing bowling, you're going to nick one occasionally. But if you've got the slips down to 1 or 2, there's a chance that it'll find a hole there and go away for runs. But if there's 4 or 5 guys in that catching cordon, your chances aren't that great of surviving.
Oh, he's got that away as well. Nice sound of the ball meeting the bat.
And this is a very full ball from Ryan Sidebottom, and a couple of key indicators here how this match might turn out, because Sidebottom bowls this ball full outside off stump. There is no swing whatsoever, and the cover drive comes into operation, and that's what's key here. The England swing bowlers not getting any movement at the moment.
Oh, well, Monty's considered a single, but I think he stopped the ball. He's so earnest, isn't he, Nasser? I think he's a very innocent fielder. Sometimes he gets it wrong, but there's an innocence and enthusiasm about him.
Yeah, he's always trying. It's not through lack of effort. He practices hard before the day's play. He's just not a natural fielder. He hasn't got natural hands. He's got big fingers, big hands. Should be able to wrap those around the ball. That's what he does when he spins it. But in the field they go missing a bit. But not through lack of effort.
Taken, it was played in the air. The breakthrough has been achieved. Everybody converging towards the talisman cricketer. Kevin Pietersen is there, everybody around. I think they were just starting to sense that there was an opening partnership brewing here, and India are 38 for 1.
I didn't quite lean into the drive or the flick, did he? Played it up, simple catch to Kevin Pietersen. Just the breakthrough that England were looking for, because India's opening pair was looking good. 38 for 1.
Out comes Rahul Dravid, phlegmatic as usual. He'll be determined to produce a big one here, maybe a long stay here. India need him to do that. 38 for 1. 10% of the target achieved with only 10%. He brings a lot to the crease. Sometimes that's good and sometimes no, because if he gets out early, then all of a sudden in the dressing room there's a lot going back. 57.12 that career average. Just a quiet word with Dinesh Karthik. Is the ball doing too much from upstairs? It didn't seem like it was swinging too much. And ready to play the first ball. This is the dismissal.
Just flicking the ball up in the air. Didn't quite get on top of it.
And he's got going straight away.
The Indian fans thrilled with their captain's response to the first ball that he's received. It was short, it was wide. He didn't look to just get off the mark. He got off the mark in style.
and will run away between them and to the boundary as well. So mixed bag for Rahul Dravid. 2 boundaries out of his first 3 balls, 46 for 1. Got enough on the bat and it's in the gap for 4. 50 comes up for India for the loss of just 1 wicket.
Well, that's gone through. Might not reach the boundary. 3 runs comfortably taken.
England have got a substitute fielder on, so at that last break one of the players must have gone off.
Oh no, that is a big blow for India. Tremlett strikes, and he's got India's captain.
Well, it could be a golden wicket, this. Very, very dangerous player, Rahul Dravid. England's rookie. Tremlett gets one pretty straight. What about the height? Let's look at the height. He's such a tall man. Is he getting forward? Is he outside the line? This is a tough decision.
I think a little unlucky. Struck just outside the line. Got to watch the height as well. But what a blow this for India. That's the man England would have wanted, because he's one man who can anchor the innings. 55 for 2.
Hi, I'm Sachin Tendulkar. I'm 34 years old. I'm right-handed batsman, right-arm bowler.
A wonderful ovation for the 34-year-old Sachin Tendulkar, who comes to the middle with India 55 for 2. 10,959 test runs at an average of 55, with 37 test centuries. This could well be the last time that Tendulkar takes the field at Lord's. Nicely steered by Tendulkar. It's a real trace down the hill. That's 4. Beautifully timed. It's 64 for 2. Shot. That's gone fast for 4. Piece of Tendulkar wizardry, and it gains him a boundary.
What a brilliant shot from Sachin Tendulkar. Just flicked away into the leg side, a ball full of length, just drifting down the leg side, helped on its way.
Well, we saw one spell from Jimmy Anderson from the nursery end as well, but I think he's at his best when he's running down the slope from the pavilion end. That's from where he got most of his wickets in the first innings. Dismissed Tendulkar from that end as well.
Get on it. How good is that shot? Will go into the boundary for 4. Almost waited for the ball and then the cover drive was paused and then just continued along as the ball came.
Well, that might give you a clue, Sonny, how he's going to play him. Aggressively.
Yes, it wasn't quite a half volley, but that's how Tendulkar is when he plays his natural game.
He was beautifully bowled that previous over. Great spinners of the past, the Prasannas of the world always said that length is mandatory, line is optional. He's bowling great length. It's a lovely leg, that's close! That's close! It's given him. Monty is away in orbit. What a wicket, his first test wicket was Sachin Tendulkar. He's got him again and he's got him with an absolute beauty.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how big a stride Tendulkar took. Well, not a very big stride, and didn't try to play with the second line of defense, who was the bat. And yes, not surprised therefore that the umpire has given him out. And look at those celebrations from Monty Panesar. He almost reached the third man boundary in much the same manner that Kevin Peterson went off to mid-off after completing 100. It's 84 for 3.
Hi, I'm Saurav Ganguly, age 34, left-hand batsman, right-arm medium pace bowler.
Right, how much now depends on this man coming out. Another 296 is coming out in the midst of a major celebration.
That one's away for 4.
Right, what's happening here now? I think twice Dinesh Karthik is pulled away. Ganguly saying go back and bat. And I think he's a bit worked up, the young man. I think this is good thinking from Ganguly as well. Get your mind clear, young man, just go and bat. You've got bat in hand. And I think it's maybe something that Matt Pryor is saying behind the stumps. And I remember asking Nasir Hussain were there any Indian players that he thought was more affected by the talk behind. Ganguly is going down again and having a word. I think just slowing it down a little bit.
Well, I don't blame the young bloke. There's so much inane chatter in the game, and I can't believe that the officials don't stop it.
Get on that belt.
Yeah, batsman's entitled to peace and quiet when he's out in the middle, and I don't blame Karthik at all. In fact, I'm surprised that when Steve Bucknell walked down that he didn't say something to the fielders. Not talk to the batsman. Stop the fielders chatting. If the umpires don't do it, then the batsman should take the law into his own hands.
Catch it!
90 for 3.
He's got to be careful, Ganguly, not offering a shot. There is turn there from outside the left-hander's off stump, and Panesar now getting into the groove. He's confident after picking the wicket of Tendulkar. This ball still has a long way to go. Difficult for the umpire to judge whether that would have hit the stumps. That's better. Use of the feet. Taking the attack to the bowler. Just gets the boundary.
A very attacking field from Monty Panesar to Ganguly. All 4 catches round the bat, short mid-wicket. But this time, the ex-Indian captain coming down the wicket, taking the attack to Panesar, trying to relieve the pressure.
That's up in the air, and it's all the way to third man. Nicely played. The uppercut for 4.
Yes, he was always in control. That was intentional. The 100 comes up for India with that boundary.
Get on that belt.
Steered nicely by Ganguly. He'll get a comfortable 2.
Panesar at his best in his offensive mode here.
Two sounds that came off the bat as well. Sharp chance here for Ian Bell.
Panesar using the footmarks. He spins the ball. Ganguly going hard at the ball. Cannons off his bat and pad. Bell doing his best to stay low and react. Not quite good enough that time.
I just see Ganguly looking to use his feet now. You could see what he was telling himself, play with the bat. This is bat and pad. Clear chance.
I think in this situation, Ravi, the batsman should use what I call a mixed game. Some defence, some attack. Keep the bowler guessing.
He has to. He has to try and make Panesar think. He uses his feet well against the spinners. He keeps defending. Panesar would like that. That's better. The timing is good. That will reach the boundary.
It's a nice shot, just waiting, not committed himself forward, just waiting. Panesar pitching short. Just using the timing. Staying on the ball, not trying to hit the ball too hard. Just trying to guide the ball past square cover. It's the end of the 31st over. India 3 down for 106.
It's a good line to Ganguly. If he can consistently bring the ball back above the rib cage. Angle a little too much and Ganguly's quit for 4.
It's come out in a very positive frame of mind, Sourav Ganguly. Right from the start of this innings. It's been a good look. He's walked out there positively, spring in his step, and he's looked to score at every opportunity.
That's a good ball. Karthik is down the wicket. He wants a single. And Tremlett has come right in between the stumps and the throw.
Well, the fielder, I think it was Ian Bell, has his hands on his head, thinking that perhaps if he had had a direct hit, he might have been a run out. Let's have a look how far down the track. Now he was in. So that was good thinking by Tremlett. Otherwise it would have been 4 overthrows.
I think he's saying, look, I was swaying back. Couldn't have gone through for that single. 119 for 3. Right, Dinesh Karthik has played a fine innings here. He's 49 not out in a total of 119 for 3. He's got 3 slips and a very talkative keeper behind him. He wants a single. He'll get it. Well played, young man. So young in international cricket, he's adjusting to this role so well. They all applaud, they know the value of this innings. He's got to smile, shake hands, and then buckle down to the task ahead.
And that'll be exactly what Ganguly's telling him. Okay, that's terrific, but now go back, mark your crease, and say to yourself, that's just the start.
Let's take a look at some of these shots. And he was very positive to start off. Got his first 20 runs fairly quickly, did Karthik. Over in the face of the bat a couple of times. Played some good flick shots. That was a good cover drive as well. He played all the shots early on. And this for his 50. Spirited performances. How many has he got already? So young in Test cricket. 129 versus Bangladesh, that was as an opener. 93 versus Pakistan, that was a brilliant innings at Kolkata when he was batting down the order. 63 versus South Africa at Cape Town. I think that should be 93. I think it should be the other way around, that one. 56 versus Bangladesh.
Oh, it was in the air for a while.
Okay, then will this be the last ball of the day? Up comes side bottom. Lots of fielders in the offside. And Ganguly doesn't even have to play.
So India have done well after the loss of their 3 wickets.
There you are then, at the end of day 4. Jafar for 8, Dravid for 9, Tendulkar for 16. But Karthik is still in there. The plucky young man. He's playing well. He's 56 not out. And Saurav Ganguly has provided a very calm head to the proceedings. He's 36 not out. And India 137 for 3 from 41 overs. There was no swing for side bottom. 6 overs, none for 20, looked a different bowler. James Anderson was very impressive. Once again, no late swing, not that cruel swing that he had in the first innings. 1 for 36. Tremlett 1 for 29. And the big wicket, Monty Panesar 1 for 41. I thought in patches he bowled quite beautifully until the left hand of Saurav Ganguly countered him. So this is where we are at the end of 4 days of good Test match cricket. England 298 and 282. That innings by Kevin Pietersen was a gem. It was something special. 134. India then 137 for 3. 243 runs to win. You've still got to believe that England held all the aces at the end of day 4. Nobody's chased 380 runs to win a Test match at Lord's. But who knows? Both sides needed to be positive, and it meant there was a cracking day 5 in prospect.